Dear Yumi from my last game. The one that expected to get physically carried through the whole game, the one that talked shit on me after abandoning me in lane, the one that pinged my runes on repeat like a broken record player cause they weren't the typical bullshit nonsense that MOBA Fire says to build. Now that you know how that game turned out, how despite you and my other donkey dog shit teammates arguing and feeding them endless amounts of free kills, I still put your dumb ass on my shoulders and carried us to the win, taking down their entire team by myself. So now, I would like to politely and respectfully say, eat a bag of dicks you toxic, useless, kitten shit. Sincerely, Rav, and my 99 loyal subscribers. Okay, so the build I am running in this game is actually my favorite build so far. Glacial is super underrated because it makes landing combos so much easier on Ezreal. Magical footwear because shoes these days are so damn expensive, biscuit delivery because fuck the keto diet, and cosmic insight cause I like using my ult more. On the precision tree, as long as you plan on building tier, presence of mind will always be a good choice, and coup de grace for the execute damage. The game starts off with my jungler giving me a sexy ass camp by basically sitting in my lane to get all of their summoners. He realizes that my build basically puts glue under their feet, and if he comes back when they have no summoners, he'll be an easy way to secure an early ass advantage. He does a quick lap and immediately comes back, and you can already see how fucking pissed off their bot lane is by me permanently slowing their asses. Their jungler comes down for the counter gank thinking he can just walk into the spot lane party and fuck any girl he chooses, but he's met with a harsh reality when my Frosty Q lets him know that daddy's ready to play. My shithole Leona gets tangled in some vines and the persistent motherfucker tries to steal her money. Luckily, I am like a goddamn paramedic and heal her as she's right on the cusp of death. Their jungler got masturbated, and not in a way that he anticipated when he came strolling into my neighborhood. Leo recognizes she's playing with the master and we are off to a good ass start. Not even a minute later, I am just chomping on a biscuit, when my Leona and jungler set up an all-you-can-eat buffet for me to feast and nab both kills. I get to head back to base, get an early tier and start firing off my abilities into nothing like there was too much weed in these biscuits, and now I am seeing shit. Fast forward a few minutes of boring farming that most other YouTubers would make you watch because they want to pad their video length, but not me kids, I will take care of all 99 of you. My support is now prowling behind this rock like a peeping Tom, trying not to be suspicious, and I just mind my own business even though that seems like an interesting way to play support, but sure enough, the bitch proves me wrong with the fucking snipe of a lifetime, hitting both of them with her ult, and I follow up to say what's up girl. A bronze ass fight breaks out at Dragon Pit and you see like 4 people miss their ults, but we are able to get a kill and secure Dragon before their team collapses on us. I wait for their mid to get lost, and then I decide that I want to start my plant-based diet. Right here is why Glacial Augment is so damn broken on Ezreal. You see their Zyra just permanently slowed as I secure the kill and burn her flash. After my Yasuo dies for the 10th time in the first 15 minutes of the game, my jungle politely gives him advice on how to better spend his free time. A few more deaths and my team is convinced we can't win, and that we should surrender. However, at this point, they aren't aware that I have to custom order my underwear just to support the massive shark that I will be unleashing onto their team in a few minutes. A fight breaks out mid and I chip away at their team to hopefully turn the tides of this game and shut up my toxic ass teammates. I kill their dumbass Cho'Gath that has been standing in the middle of my team for 10 seconds, and then I continue my pursuit onto the fleeing pussies. I secure another kill for my team with a dope ass snipe, and I mentally prepare myself for the amount of carrying that will have to happen for me to win this game. At this point, I want to thank you all for the tremendous support I received in my last video. If you would like to see more content from me, please feel free to hit that free as fuck subscribe button below so we can keep growing. I also want to let Poops Coop from my comments know that I did try his suggestion and he is right, it was cringe. For some reason, I sounded like I had a dumbass accent when I read my jokes out loud in front of a mirror.
Why did the chicken cross the road? What the fuck, why do I sound like such a bloody wanker?
Coming back to the game, I have my first official run-in with their fed as fuck talent, and then I realize that my team has managed to feed this douchebag 15 kills in the first 20 minutes of the game. However, unlike the crying pussies that you get in every solo queue game, I stay quiet and take a big sip of my apple juice because I know it's going to be okay, and sure enough 2 minutes later, I tattoo the motherfucker and send him back to the graveyard for a timeout. With Talon dead, I have an opportunity to show my team what it feels like to win a teamfight, and I position myself to a butter-cutting ult through their entire team to ensure that we get to eat dragon for dinner tonight. We clean up the fight and take an easy-ass dragon thanks to my dope damage carrying that fight. Fast forward a few minutes and my Leona finds the pedophile lurking in our jungle and locks her tight thighs around his neck. I follow up, but all of a sudden there are fucking plants everywhere and Talon goes invisible, trying to fuck up our whole team. I remain calm and kite back to pop his GA and then land a sexy ass ult on him as he tries to flee over the wall. Turns out my team is still brain dead and useless, so despite taking out the person that has 70% of their team's kills, we still lose the team fight badly, and I realize that I am going to need some divine intervention to pull off this win. We decide to take Baron while they are literally pushing our base in from 2 lanes and taking their inhibitors, but I have learned from the past that the only thing worse than following these straight dumb as fuck calls in solo queue is not following these straight dumb as fuck calls, because let's face it, if I were to back and try to defend our base alone, my team would have just told me to fuck myself as Talon impregnates me, so I stay the course with this stupid as fuck call. It's not a throw if you were getting your shit kicked in from the start, right? Their jungler gets caught out and I put out a daddy long-legged absurd amount of damage on him as we take him down and start forcing it down mid. You see in the next few kills that the power of my slowing auto attacks, paired with the fact that Leona is a bullshit overpowered piece of garbage in terms of CC, we are starting to be able to lock down some easy pumpkin pie for the team, and this snowball of a comeback is rolling, and Daddy Ezreal is behind it, pushing it forward with grace. Remember when we took Baron and gave up 2 inhibitors? Well, that shit is now coming back to bite us in the ass as we are getting pressured hard from 2 different lanes. Luckily I am able to burst down their alien ant that decides it would be fruitful to dive Leona under 2 towers. I then back Talon off and we live to fight another day, boys. They fight to take the 3rd inhibitor, and I know that I have to play like a total pussy here if I want any chance of staying alive, because one step too far forward and this cocaine-induced Talon will press one button and have me beheaded. He eventually pops my GA, but at the expense of his own life, and we quickly hurry back to safe our Nexus towers. This shit is starting to get juicy as we take advantage of their Talon being dead a few minutes later to run it down mid and take an inhibitor. We overextend top like any dumbass low elo team, and I manage to kite back enough with my insane slows and take down Talon before I die myself, and we end up trading equally. I will let the rest of the game roll through at this point to let you see if we are able to clutch out the fat W on my back, or if our 2 and 18 Yasuo was just too heavy to carry. Thanks for watching, and I will see you fools in the next one.